And we're back after 2 weeks of YouTube jail. Oh my God. I just got a little echo going on in the background here. And no, you're not having a bad trip. Okay, here we are again, doing some cool, funky artwork. Now, you guys ever hear of Dynamite Thor? No, it's not Thor from Marvel Comics. It's Dynamite Thor from John Della Rose. This particular one that we put out, this is my art here. I really should say he put this out, but I did the artwork on the cover. Is the Legacy Collection that goes with the Kickstarter that we did for, I guess, Comicsgate, and it's a public domain superhero from the Golden Age, Dynamite Thor. Da 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 da. Written by Wright Lincoln. Color restoration by Frank. Good old Frank. Anyway, let's have a quick look back down the timeline of this amazing character that I don't really know the date of this, but I would gander maybe 1930s. It's got a real 30s kind of feel to it. I guess maybe 40s. I don't know. Tough to say. So his superpower is that he's immune to explosions, and he's got this kind of trick that he uses little sticks of dynamite to accelerate himself through the air. He uses the, whatever the explosive percussion blast from that to shoot himself off in the air. In this episode, he's got a cape, which I like capes. I'm not like the no cape. I'm not in the no capes camp. If you ever wondered, that's a little Donald Kent lore right there. This tank almost has like a World War One-ish feel to it, actually. So anyway, John Della Rose and I put together a Dynamite Thor book for Comicsgate a while back, and I am doing some promo art because he asked me to come back and do another one. Now, we're not doing that soon. We both have commitments. It's going to be a while. But I just got so jazzed about it that I thought, man, I want to get back in the dynamite mood. You know what I'm talking about? I hope I don't start doing like explosive dad jokes, like bad puns and stuff like that. So stick around for more. No. Um, I'm sorry. I'll just stop. Okay. So in the new issue, though, I suggested, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we brought in another Golden Age character? Now, this guy here is called Nucla, and I've been streaming just a tiny bit on my Twitter since I was in YouTube jail, and I'm going to see about figuring out how to do that more. But anyway, most of my followers are here on YouTube, so bim bam boom. I will tell you that I am setting up a Rumble. I have to learn OBS to do Rumble. For some strange reason, live stream doesn't, whatever, you don't care about that. Anyway, so here we got Nucla, and I think Nucla and Dynamite Thor make a pretty kick-ass team, you know? So anyway, yeah. So whatever, Nucleus from like the 1960s, but whatever, it's a cool mashup, and I'm just getting into the zone, that kind of the fun zone as they call it. I am in the fun zone right now with these guys. So something I've been trying to do, or I should say, thinking about doing more of, is just a little more detailed, a little more complex shading in the inking and such, as you can kind of see in the anatomy here. You sort of look at his arm and the way there's like reflective light coming back into it and such. Um, I feel like I just want to kind of take my art a little up a notch or two. You know what I mean? The thing I guess I worry about a lot is over rendering. I feel that you can really ruin art when there's just too many lines. Um, so whatever. That's just my opinion. That's just your opinion, man. Who said that? That's from The Big Lebowski. Well, like, that's just your opinion, man. It's funny because I get in discussions about politics and stuff, and I find that there's certain people on the political spectrum that when they're losing a debate or a discussion, so to speak, on politics, they tend to finish with, well, okay, you're entitled to your opinion. And then I always follow up by saying, well, facts are not opinions. And they're kind of trying to, like, get out of it, without having to say you're right and I'm wrong or something like that. And, like, I don't care. I don't have, like, an ego trip about this. I'm not trying to make people, like, kiss my feet or something. I just think that the truth is the truth, and I'm pretty stubborn about that. Unfortunately, in today's day and age, that'll make you pretty unpopular with certain kinds of people. So, hence I'm alone in my studio. No, that's a joke. So, back to Dynamite Thor. Um, in the issue that John and I put out, he is a kind of a contractor in some Middle Eastern country working on an oil. It's sort of an oil rig out in the desert, that kind of thing, and you know. Some of the local terrorists try to plant a bomb on it to sabotage it, and he goes in with his superpowers and saves the day, and on and on. And then later in the story, he comes to find that the guy that did that is actually, is essentially his nemesis. Like, how every superhero has a nemesis of some kind, and they may not be the literal opposite of who they are, um, but this guy kind of was. He also had that power of immunity from explosions. So the final battle with them was quite something. You would have to look that up. I'm sure if you go to johndelarose.com, I don't exactly know what his web address is, but you can find it there. You can even just Google search it, Dynamite Thor, Kickstarter, and kabang, there you go. So I am. Let's see if I. Yeah, there you go, and now you know. So I just did an interview today. It's that interview is very controversial, so I don't know if that I want to talk about it on this show. I run with a pretty wild crowd out there, folks, but it's all good. These are the good guys. They're, regardless of what our enemies say about us, we are the good guys. It's kind of a thing, like, just something I've contemplated. Like, if I don't know, let's say you're involved in politics, and some of the bad guys, they say some naughty things about you on the internet, and then let's say someone sees that information, or the bad guys try to dox you and get that information to your friends, your family, whoever. But what you said and what you did is really not wrong or harmful to anyone. Then what do you do? How do you explain that to normies, essentially? And one way that I've thought about that is saying, like, if let's say that, like, if how do I put this? let's say I wanted to meet you, and so I did a little research and I asked around, like, hey, do you know Joe Schmo? Yeah, well, tell me about him. What kind of guy is he? Now, if I were to do that, would you want me to ask your friends or your enemies? The obvious answer is your friends, right? Because your enemies are only going to say bad things about you, right? Um, Granted, I mean, this is hypothetical, but I'm just saying, like, people who burn down cities and, are Marxist, like, why would you listen to them? Why would you trust what they have to say about you? Probably not. That's my thinking. But anyway, there you go. And now you know. So, YouTube jail, not a fun place to be. That's why I am focusing on setting up I mean, I've already got the Rumble. There's a couple videos migrated over there. YouTube, interestingly, does not allow for videos to be migrated anymore. Why? I wonder why. What's that all about? I wonder why. So, like, think about it. Those are my videos. That's my property. Who are you to tell me what I can do with my property? You see what I'm saying? So I think that's, a lot of these big companies are really just like, I don't know, they're like little dictatorships. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just make their own rules up, they enforce them according to their politics. And, I think that shutting down someone's free speech is, under the false guise of, like, community standards or whatever, is really a kind of persecution if you think about it. And I'm not trying to, like, get sympathy points or something like this, but is it not, in a way, right? Think that through. We're going to stop this person from advocating for his demographic, for expressing his free speech, which is not harmful to anyone. Because we don't like his demographic and we don't want people to follow that thinking. So what do we do? Okay, let's shut him down and threaten to destroy all of his videos that he's made over 9 years. So 9 years of wow. You see what I'm talking about? So it's kind of like there's like a noose around my neck and it's getting tighter. You know what I'm saying? So we got to move. We got to move on. Unfortunately, it is the truth, and I've kind of gotten away with it for a pretty long time. I've really. I wonder if I can zoom. I cannot zoom. Anyway, it's a bummer. You know what I'm saying? If there's anybody, I say I've got a viewer here. I just would love to say hi. If you can say hello in the chat, and I can see who's here. I used to live stream pretty regularly, but since I haven't for 2 weeks, my regular crew is nowhere to be seen at the moment, right? So that's just another one of those damn things, I guess. So there you go. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Is shutting down someone's free speech a form of political persecution? Or is that too dramatic? I don't know. What do you think? Share your thoughts with me. Inquiring minds would like to know. So I came up with this concept of Dynamite Thor putting his hands together in a way to, like, let's say he's got a stick of dynamite. It goes, when it explodes, he uses his hands to control the direction of the explosion. So that way it's a type of projectile in a sense. That's not in any of the Dynamite Thor comics. So just adding to the lore of the character, if you will. So yeah, it's just it's kind of stinky having to always sort of watch what you're saying. I'm used to being very free with my expressions on matters, but I simply can't afford to anymore. Not in the dystopian reality that we're living in. So, for example, right now I might be commenting on Lucas Gage being suspended from Twitter. That's really, really big news right now. Just screwed up. Who's there? My channel. Hey, are you simulcasting elsewhere? StreamYard. If in order for me to do that on this on StreamYard, I have to upgrade. So that would mean I have to pay like a monthly fee. I have been. I only did it once, so I can't say I have been, but I did. Well, no, I did it twice. I streamed on Twitter twice. So there's an option to do that, but like I said, I have to pay for the upgrade, which I might do if I can. If I could stream on Telegram. No, sorry, not Telegram. Well, I could scream. I'm gonna scream on Telegram. Stream on Telegram. That would be fine, but I need to go where I've got bigger audiences. So if I could find a way to do StreamYard on Rumble, I'd be so happy. If anyone has like knowledge about that, I'd be very grateful for that. Yeah, if you could go on X, Telegram, and Rumble. So, I mean, I don't have like a gigantic Telegram. To me, is more like a I don't know, almost like a private club in a sense. You know, it's really like really uncensored. So I don't want to. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Should I try to push my Telegram more as a platform for these videos? I don't know. It seems to me like Rumble, YouTube, these kind of platforms are more, you know, sort of out there. They're easier for people to find. Excuse me. I have like layers of Donald Kent. There's like the storefront. There's the shop. There's the back room, and there's different kinds of. There's different not kinds. There's different. What's the word I'm looking for? Layers, I guess, of Donald Kent, and you know, the storefront is more normie friendly. Um, you know, it's not. It can be political, but it's not hardcore. You know what I'm saying? It's not. I don't get like. You know, I don't say things that'll get me kicked off platforms, if you know what I mean. Um, and then the deeper you go, the spicier it gets. Yes, mining the spice mines of it, Arrakis, with Donald Kent. The spice will flow. That's right, my friends. The spice will flow. Speaking of flowing spices, the interview I did today. I want to talk about it, but I can't. So I won't keep teasing that out. My inner circle of friends will know about it. I've announced it in the back rooms of the Donald Kent world. It's going to be freaking awesome. I can't wait for people to check out that interview. The spice. Anyway, how are you doing, my channel? You getting some work done on the farm? What's shaking in your world? I just had a fabulous night last night. There's a like a bi-weekly house music dance event that I go to. And this one was freaking stellar. I mean, it was just totally on point. Um, all work and no play makes Donald a dull boy. So um, I just went out and had a freaking blast. They don't. This season, unfortunately, has not been great with this event. Like they just haven't. I don't know, they haven't had like good acts, or yeah, like some of the DJs sucked, to be honest with you. And what, you went out dancing? Yeah, yeah. What a surprise, right? Um, it's funny because I even chatted with some of the DJs that I know, and we're kind of like, "What's up with this?" You know, I don't know. If you look out on the dance floor and you see people standing there and they're not moving, maybe you're not doing it right. I don't know. Maybe I. Who am I? Who am I to say? Everyone's got an opinion. But yeah, so that's all groovy. You know, I don't know if I want to get into this kind of content, but the whole sort of manosphere dating psychology stuff, like that's kind of a kind of an interesting topic to me. You know, I guess I'm like largely just interested in psychology, and I am kind of out on the dating scene and this and that, so there's a little bit of that. Um, but there's just stuff that pops up in my algorithms, and you come across these guys that are, and guys and gals that are kind of selling like relationship guru advice, that kind of stuff. Um, and you can cherry pick, like, okay, well, that sounds interesting, or I'll, that makes sense, or that's a little weird, or you can just make your own uh, decisions on that topic. But I find that, like, it seems like the more aloof you are, the more attention you get. That's what I've kind of discovered in my recent travels. I don't know. Maybe you guys have some thoughts on that. It's kind of interesting. Um, I hate to say it though, that I recently have been getting, like, I'm there's like these two crazy possessive witches that really want to date me, and they're very aggressive about it. It's like I've never really experienced that, where a woman is like aggressively trying to get your phone number and aggressively trying to date you, and it's a massive turn off. It's like I mean, this one girl just reached out and like kissed my neck, and I'm like, that's a little rapey, what the hell is he doing? Like, I don't she's not like unattractive, but she's just as crazy as the day is long, though. You know what I mean? I don't need that in my life. I'm not trying to get down with that garbage. And I've actually had huge amounts of that in my past, and I know better. So I have a kind of a radar for like craziness. You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't know what to say. Like, it just makes you wonder, like, what is it about me that maybe attracts this kind of woman? It's not something I'm proud of, but if I could get some of your worldly advice, maybe that would help. Let's see. I'm reading your chat here. It's got the Orthodox service. Da 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 da. Sounds like fans mixed. Oh, I do have a fan on in the background. I don't know. Is that bothering you? Should I turn the fan off? It's totally just amusement for me. I can only get through about 5 profiles until my cringe cringe tolerance is maxed out. No kidding. I know. That's another to go farther on like the dating topic. So yeah, you do these dating sites, and I always feel kind of dirty when I do that, but at the same time you're like, why not? I don't know. It's out here. Why not give it a try? Um, and I'll get like 10, oh, chats or something going, and then one will actually meet up, and so I did meet up with this wonderful, wonderful woman, and I was totally convinced, like, oh my God, the eagle has landed. We're so well suited for each other. This is it. I'm so happy. And then, the whole, the exchanging of the phone numbers and this and that and the other thing. And all the signs are there. And then, so, a little bit later, I shoot a message. I'm like, okay, let's plan our next get together. And she goes, oh, our paths will cross again someday. I was like, what? I was like, what? Why would you give me your number? Why would you meet me and like throw yourself at me and give me all the green lights and do all this stuff and then turn around and be like, like, I don't know, you know, fade me or whatever you want to call it, or just like not follow through. So I know some people would say, oh well, she was scared or something, and maybe that's true. But it's just so fucking stupid out there, man. It's just such a weird world. It was so much easier when we were young. It seems to me, like everything just seemed to be so much more natural. And nowadays, it's just. I think a lot of it might have to do with the fact that people seem to think that they are their like internet avatars. That maybe, I don't know. I mean, I'm just guessing, but like here's the packaging of who I am, but you don't really know what's inside. Anyway, only on the Donald Kent Art Hour will you get such stimulating conversation. So yes, we're not afraid of the hot, spicy topics over here, right? No siree, Bob. All right. I'm also not playing any background music so I don't get any potential strikes. I mean, I'll look up copyright free, trademark free, or whatever music that you can play on YouTube, and then I'll get something saying, oh well, this is da 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 da, and you better take down that video and something. I'm like, make up your freaking minds. Anyway, so what I'm doing now is the drudge work of inking. Like, if you do digital inking on a like some kind of pad or whatever, you don't have to do this crap. Like the erasing is just not very glamorous, but I don't know. I know that I'm gonna have to someday invest in a nice tablet for doing comics and the rest. But I like the organic stuff. I like the feel. I don't like the feel of like drawing on glass. I hate that feeling, to be honest with you. So it kind of takes out a lot of the joy from the work, you know? So I'm kind of in a weird spot with that. I know there's in terms of the end result, there's so much more you can do. There's just so many different benefits to going digital. Uh, Man, I guess I'm just a caveman artist. Just a caveman artist. I can't get with the times. So I'm actually going to tone this up. Like if you see this fella right here, he's got some gray tones on him. So I'm going to put some gray tones on this with these kind of explosive areas here. Those would be the light sources. So it's going to look kind of cool. There's a lot of comments here. Let's see. I can emerge. Let's see. Let me go back. I had to rewind. Okay, sorry. Lots of comments to read here. Got the Orthodox. Is that totally amusement? Thought about aloof. Yeah, because you don't care. Are you getting raped? No. By women, meaning when that woman kissed me? No. But the fans here, lol. I can't hear yours. She felt she wasn't good enough. You then tell her she is and get on with it. You know, I guess I, I could try. I don't, to me, I'm like, I have zero tolerance for games. I'm gamed out, like I've been gamed so much in the past, and that I'm like, if you can't just be real, then go be somewhere else, because I don't have time for that. And unfortunately, this might, I don't know, you can correct me if I'm wrong, you can yell at me or whatever, but like, I think that's a lot of what dating is like kind of psychological gaming. And I'm burned out by that stuff. So I don't know. I think it might also depend on the age group as well, the generation. But one thing I don't do is I don't beg, and I'm not gonna, oh, honey, are you okay? I'm not gonna beg, if like you had your chance, you fucked it up. It's your, screw you. I'm done, because it's life is too short for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Does that make me a jerk? Am I a jerk for saying that? I don't know. Am I? I just I think a man's got to have self-respect, and that sets the precedence, that sets the boundaries and the tone and the frame, if you will. And once you've got that frame established, then you're golden. Because if you don't respect yourself, you're done. You've got to. Yeah, I don't need to tell you guys. I think you understand what I'm saying. So you get the idea. Um, but I tell you, experiences like that make you not want to go out on the dating scene. It's like, why? Drive me crazy. Making me crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna write a song. It's making me crazy. It sounds like a lyric in a song I've already heard somewhere. Oh yeah, love songs are like that, aren't they? Um, let's see. It can emerge as aggression of all kinds. I find it therapeutic to watch you draw. Oh, most people do. I hear that a lot, actually. I look for the surface drawing systems that have more of a natural paper feel. Good thought. Not sure what I don't know what you mean about Onyx. Some kind of reading screen underneath. Okay, hey, the Great White Ape is here. Awesome. Where's Paul? Yeah, so Paul also, I don't want to speak for Paul, but he's got his hands full with some stuff. This show is just a regular live stream. It's not Patriotic Art Live, which is our usual Monday show, and that's at a different hour. That's he's in Europe, I'm in America, so when we do that, like I think it's like 1 o'clock my time. And Paul and I are obviously still in touch, and we're talking about upcoming shows. He's wrapping up the fundraiser, and we've selected the winner, and we're going to be doing something for that. I guess I won't talk too much about that at the moment, but that's a cool thing coming down the line. Again, I've been talking a lot about moving over to Rumble. I will actually put a graphic on the top of my YouTube with my Rumble address, so that when people, like everyone who knows me here follows me here whenever they log into my Can you guys hear me? It looks like I'm back. Yes. The stream is being sabotaged. How? I can't believe this is happening. What is going on? I was busy swapping batteries. Ah, yes, I am back. Let me say hi to the great white ape. How you doing, buddy? What's going on? What's new in your neck of the woods? It's good to have you here. So, anyway, it is time to break out the Copic markers. These guys here are a special type of marker. These are like $7 each. Yeah, can you believe it? You think of markers as just like cheap crap that like Hey, guys, can you hear me? I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on here, and as usual, I'm in boomer tech zone. So I'm not a boomer, but I'm just trying to make a joke out of it. I'm sorry for the weird breaking off of the internet and such. Can you hear me? Just give me a yay in the chat there. I'm trying to set up a new camera to continue streaming. Here, yeah, thanks. Good. All right, so the camera's set up. I am going to the settings to, I don't know if I could do a share screen with that. I don't know. So the camera's plugged in, everything's golden, but what do you call it? StreamYard is not recognizing the camera, and therefore it will not show my artwork. So that sucks, and this is a shit stream, so I apologize. I'm probably just going to delete the stream because it's like all these stupid fucking things happen and it just ruined the stream, so I can't have this out here. And it's so stupid because I'm clicking on the webcam right now, but it won't fucking work. So I guess I will just say sayonara to you, my dear friends. I will try to probably, I'll see if I can get it up and running again in like a few minutes and not have any more of this shit garbage happen. So, but I'm probably gonna have to delete this stream. Anyway, I'll see you on the internet and adios.